lack empathy and respect. And for this reason, I curse you. As the sun goes down today, you will transform into a beast, just like the beast that you are. Once upon a time, there lived a very beautiful princess called Princess Samira. Princess Samira was very beautiful to the extent that every man in the village wanted to just have a chance to talk to her. However, Princess Samira was very proud and boastful. You see, the princess was the daughter of the most powerful and wealthiest king in the country, and for this reason, she always saw herself better than everyone else. Anything that Princess Samira wanted, including gold and other luxury items, she would always be given by the king, her father. In short, Princess Samira was very spoiled and she never knew what it meant to lack something in life. Samira also treated all the servants in the palace badly. She would harass them and mistreat them despite some of them being older than her. And for this reason, every servant in the palace would tremble upon seeing her, as she was a sign of trouble. Princess Samira was also very harsh to people in the village. Whenever she walked around in the village, she expected that everyone would kneel down and bow to her as a sign of their respect towards her. Whenever anyone failed to kneel down or bow upon seeing her, Princess Samira would have her guards beat up that someone until that person apologizes and bows to her. Also, during her market walks, whenever she felt hungry, she would order her maidens to grab fruits from the sellers without even paying the sellers. She would tell the fruit sellers, "You should feel privileged that I, Princess Samira, royalty, chose your fruits to put in my belly. I am giving you no cowries. Thank the gods that I came here." In short, Princess Samira was arrogant and rude to everyone, and she disrespected everyone. Whenever people tried to raise their complaints to the king did nothing about it, claiming that Princess Samira was his only child and he would never deny her anything she wanted. So one day, as Princess Samira was walking around in the market, she encountered a very old woman. The old woman did not kneel or bow like other people did upon seeing Princess Samira. Princess Samira was very angry as she said this to the old woman. "You stupid old woman, why did you not kneel and bow upon seeing me? Don't you realize that I am the princess of this land?" The old woman looked at Princess Samira as she said this to her. "I have not eaten for days, and to add to that, I am very sick, my daughter. If I kneel down, I might not be able to wake up. I do respect you, princess, but if you please give me something to eat, I will kneel down and bow to you, for I currently have no strength or energy." Princess Samira, who was very angry at the time, spat on the old woman and gave the old woman a hot slap as she said, "Don't call me your daughter. I cannot be a daughter of such a dirty and smelly old fool like you. I cannot give you anything to eat. I am neither your husband nor your child. Guards, take this old fool and beat her up until she begs me for mercy." And so the guards reluctantly did what the princess had ordered them to do. They beat up the old woman in front of everyone in the market as she cried begging for mercy. As the princess and her guards were leaving, the old woman said with tears in her eyes, "I begged you for mercy. I begged you for food, but you ended up humiliating me and having me beaten in front of everyone. You lack empathy and respect. And for this reason, I curse you. As the sun goes down today, you will transform into a beast, just like the beast that you are. And you will eat animals and grass in the forest. And the same people you humiliated me in front of will haunt you day and night. Princess Samira, ignoring the old woman's words, laughed as she walked away, saying that the old woman couldn't do anything to her. That same day, as the sun was setting, the skin of Princess Samira started changing as it became rough. Her fingernails developed into claws, and her teeth became as sharp as that of a lion. Samira was scared as she looked herself in the mirror, and she was shocked by the sudden change. She had changed completely, and immediately she ran out of the palace and went into the forest. The palace maidens who saw her leaving were shocked, as they wondered if what they had seen was real. When Princess Samira reached the forest, she had a craving of eating grass. She ate grass and stayed the whole night in the forest. In the morning, when the hunters came to hunt for bush meat, they were shocked to see a beast that looked like human. They had no idea that the beast was Princess Samira. Samira in her beastly form attacked the hunters and killed them, but one of the hunters managed to escape as he ran to the village and told the villagers what had happened. A beast that looks like human? No, are you drunk or something? We have never heard of something like that before, said Juma, one of the villagers. The villagers did not believe what the hunter said and they ignored him. The next morning, some maidens who had gone to the forest to fetch firewood came back to the village crying as they said, "She has killed them! She has killed them!" And so the villagers inquired what had happened, and one of the maidens said, "As we were going deep into the forest to fetch good firewood, we saw a female beast attack Salima and Zainabu. They are no more, and we had to run to save our lives." The villagers, upon hearing this, believed that indeed there was a human beast, and they were angry. "This beast will kill us all if we do not kill it. Everyone, prepare yourself with spears, arrows, fire, whatever you have, and let's go and destroy this devil," said one of the villagers. The angry villagers prepared themselves and left for the forest. Meanwhile, in the palace, the queen was worried sick because she had not seen her daughter for days. The guards had been sent to look for Princess Samira, but they had not yet had any success. The maidens who had witnessed the princess transform into a beast had finally got the courage to tell the king and queen what they had seen. The king summoned the chief priest and asked him for his help, and the chief priest said, "Your daughter disrespected an old woman who had done nothing wrong to her. She humiliated the old woman who was sick and had the guards beat her. As a result, the old woman cast a spell on the princess that she will become a beast and be hunted by people so that she will experience what pain felt like." Unfortunately, the old woman died the next day because of the sickness coupled with the beating she received. The only way you can save the princess is to go to the old woman's grave and apologize, or otherwise your daughter will die. At this time, the angry villagers were already in the forest hunting the beast. They had spotted the beast and they were throwing arrows and spears at her. Meanwhile, The king and the queen knelt at the old woman's grave as they begged her forgiveness for their daughter's wrongdoing. They cried for hours, and then the old woman's spirit appeared to them and said, "I have heard your cries. Go back home. If your daughter does what I will instruct her to do, she will survive. But if she fails, she will die." And so the king and the queen did exactly what the old woman had said. In the forest, because of throwing spears and arrows at her, Samira the beast had become so angry. Her eyes turned wild, and the villagers were scared for their lives. Suddenly, the old woman's spirit appeared, and she said, "My fellow villagers, please stop attacking her and hear what I have to say. The hunters and those maidens that you all think are dead, they are not dead. I just put them into a deep sleep. Samira, I cast a spell on you because of how you mistreated me and disrespected me. Apologize to me and to these villagers, and you will live, but fail to do so, and you will die." Our base Samira looked around as she apologized to the old woman and to the people for mistreating them all of these years. Her apology came deep from her heart, and the old woman, seeing the sincerity in her, removed the spell she had placed on Samira. Samira the beast immediately transformed into Princess Samira. The people were shocked to witness this transformation. The old woman went on to say, "I hope you have now learnt your lesson. I hope you'll be kind and respectful towards other people." So from that day, Princess Samira changed completely. She became kind and respectful towards everyone. The people who once trembled on seeing the princess were now happy to see her because of her kind and good nature. And that is how Princess Samira transformed from being rude and arrogant to being kind and nice and respectful. So, what's the moral lesson? This folktale teaches us about the importance of being kind and respectful towards others.